What's happening, y'all? I'm in hand here. For this video, I'm gonna just overview my account before EA drop. So I don't really know how to pronounce her name like that. Just throw this out there. I started around patch 1.6. I didn't really understand like builds and diss traps and all that. So Hugo, which I think was 1.9. I wasn't really able to tell like even builds like, at that point because my Hugo was terrible. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoy. These are my DA scores. I'm kind of mad because the first week I wasn't able to get 9 stars because I was struggling on Defiler. So I tried Yishuana and I was able to get like 18k or like 5% better. I wasn't able to actually get the 3 stars and clear it. So I ended up just using the team that could 2-star it. Or Yishuan could easily clear the other one. I could go for as high of a score as I wanted. And I couldn't really put Vivian on my Alice and Uzuha team at the time. Because Sukaku wasn't built. I have her or Lycon. I don't think I had Lycon at all. But yeah, I couldn't really use a mono ice at the time. But yeah, it's been fun since then, trying to prove my scores. I think the highest I've gotten is 41 or 42,000. The Yahari, Jufufu, and Lucia on the last rotation for Deadly Assault. This rotation, I was able to get 40,000 with Yahari, Dialin, and Lucia. But I wasn't able to beat the Thrall without having Yishuan, having a good supporting team. Because Astro was my second best, and I'm not good enough with her defensive assists. And like, I'll put up an example here. So you see there, I did a good switch, but it doesn't matter. So that's just an example of using Podra, where instead of when you try switching with her, she'll jump back, shoot, and she gets her gauge, which is nice. But for the Thrall fight, it doesn't work that well because you want to get rid of his rupture bar and to stun him as quick as possible. Because you want as many stun windows as you can get. And that's really the only time you can do a lot of damage to him. Otherwise, he's moving really fast, avoiding parts of your attacks, or switching into something that can't be stunned or anomaly. So for Shiyu, I feel like it's been pretty consistently like achievable. S ranks have been throughout all 7 stages for me personally. I feel like Shiyu it's not easier, but you don't have to achieve 9 different stars. You know what I mean? If you're able to get lucky, get a good crit in, get good timing, and like if you're using Jufufu, you could cycle in an extra ult or something, which could help you beat the boss quicker. And if you get a good ult and you have all your stacks up, it's possible you could beat them even when you're not supposed to, you know? Anyways, I've been using Shiyu to kind of practice either combos with characters I'm new with, just got, or I wasn't actually good with when I was playing them the first time, or using teams I can't really use in harder content. This has been helpful. This is like where I figured out I was using Nicole wrong. Where I figured out that it's not just her EX attack that procs off her like her anomaly build up rate and the crit rate and all that. It's almost all her attacks that can do it. Anything that can summon that little ether thing. Especially when you have your mindscapes. It works out a lot better if you do more than just press EX special attack every time you use it. I like to use teams like Alice, Seth, and Grace, or other teams that can't really beat DA or Threshold that well. Especially with the buffs right now. So a lot of them aren't aimed towards Anomaly. Or at least they aren't that strong. I also use it to practice like going against boss mechanics. For example, I know Sacrifice, a Covenant Guardian will probably be important in the next patch. You'll probably have to fight them in Deadly Assault or something like that. I think it's going to be Thrall and the Covenant Guardian and something else. Maybe one of the mech ones like Typhon Destroyer. I gotta hit the slightest little flex right quick, bro. Top 2%, dog. Oh, top 3% for the top 2%. And as y'all gonna see, I have no exclusive S ranks with my escape. And I only got 3 signature engines. They're for Trigger, Miyabi, and Yahari. But I can't use triggers because I don't really have an attack agent I like to use. And I have her 90% crit rate buff, so it feels kind of useless using her on Yishuan team. Plus, she's not great against Thrall as a solo stunner. At least when I was using Astra with her. Anyways, Marionette was probably the hardest for me at first, which is the first boss. But after I kept playing it, and I realized that I was supposed to be using Yidhari instead of Miyabi. So when I was using Yidhari, I would just hold square, and she went into her defense form, where her tentacles would counterattack everything. And all her counterattacks one-shot the Marionette clones. So anytime they hit you, or the main one hits you and one's nearby, it'll kill them off. So you don't really have to worry about the performance score. Make sure you have her out at the end of stun windows, because that's when the Marionettes are going to send the most twins out. And after I got dialed in, it boosted my score by like 10-15%. It's probably like 10,000. Next is Bringer, who I'm currently struggling to get a high score on, because every time I try to replace Yuzu, Nicole and Astra just don't do enough. They both do like 15% less in total on my scores, and I can't seem to reach 100k with them at all. But with the Yuzuha team, I've cleared it and reset it several times. I also, for the life of me, cannot get more than 9k on the performance score. At least with all the freezing that I'm doing. But my only other anomaly is Alice. She's weak against them. I've tried her several times, but I would have to do like a Alice, Astra, Vivian team maybe. Because her and Yuzu together is too much physical. I only get like 60,000-70,000, and that's on good runs. Please leave suggestions if you got any. I can't get over 110k. I can't reach 110k. And if I could get this one up, I could reach top 1% for sure. Priest was decent. We all fought Priest a million times. He's really light work at this point. I mean, it's a little RNG to the battle every time. So it's not like it's not fun, but after you play him like 2-3 times in a row, it's really easy to get his performance score good. And he has a lot of windows where you can just go crazy on him. He'll just sit still and charge up and attack. So that gives you a lot of time to come in with dial in and one of your stunners and try to stun him as much as possible before swapping back to Yishuan or Yidhari. Also, something that really helped me with this battle was switching Yishuan. I had her probably like, I'll put the build up, but I had her on a +4 crit damage piece, and it was working well, but there was definitely a big difference between having consistent crits with Yishuan versus just having a ton of damage. But if you do have her signature, we do have a way to get her crit rate up and have that crit damage. That's definitely the move. Right now, my +4 disc has no home. It makes me feel crazy because I want to put it on one of my agents because it's so good. I feel like it's better than most of the other discs, but it's just a disc 2. Sorry, I have ones for those slots. And having that much crit damage, that's a big change for a build. Finally, we have the Wandering Hunter. I was stuck at like 115, maybe 120,000 until I got dialed in. Which got me to like 119 to 125,000. And then after I switched my Yidhari off the +4 disc, because I give it to her afterwards, I got another +3 on crit rate with just a single roll of crit damage. But that piece was working a lot better for her. I was getting higher scores, like that's how I reached 130,000. And I can do it consistently. It's my profile, y'all. Feel free to add me as a friend. Especially since Co-op's finna drop.